1, 2, 3. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Benchwarming Beauties. We're fresh off the heels of the gold game at the Olympics. Quite literally, it is February 19th. It's 5 o'clock Pacific time for me.
It is 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Rylee, I would ask you how you're doing, but I already know how you're doing. So
I'm not doing well.
give us your a good version of you. Like, how are you feeling?
Not good. I've been down since the goal. I was up. I think all of my energy went to this game too. So I got to work the game, which was super cool.
So exciting. I'm so glad that you got to do that.
I know
Um,
I requested it. I didn't think I was gonna get it. I was all in a mood because did not think that I was gonna get to work it. And I
and
got
here you
told
are.
the day before that I was gonna work it. So then all last night I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning wondering if I hit play on the ad, but that's okay. Anyways,
Those are your own nightmares. Those are your
those are my nightmares because I knew I was working this. But today
own.
I was on from our stream opened at 12:30. So I was on like headset from like 11:30-ish because we had like a pregame panel and we had stuff. So I was working it from about, yeah, 11:30, I'd say, and up until 5 o'clock. So I was on for almost 6 hours.
A
But
long
like,
time.
I think I put all of my energy into it. I was watching the game. My friend was sitting like across from me. She was doing curling at the time, but like she wasn't really paying attention. And she thought that like they'd like from my reactions to like what was going on because I was so stressed. She thought that like the other team had scored. She was like, "Rylee, I thought that the other team scored with you throwing your hands in the air and all of this."
There were a lot of throw your hands up in the air moments with this game. So let's just get into it. Let's rip off the band-aid and talk about this gold medal game. Listen, I want to redact what I said last episode.
Oh, really?
Yes, let me tell you why though, because you're like, "Oh, you really sound." So let me tell you. When I made the comment last episode about me not feeling confident that they were going to win, it was strictly based off of the game we played against the USA the first time. It was
Yeah.
a blowout game. They were playing panicky. They were just panicked in general. And I was super worried that we were going to get all the way to the gold game and it was just going to be a blowout 5-0 game. I also made a comment that MPP wouldn't make a huge difference. I stand by that for that specific game. This game, although I didn't feel like he made a huge impact on the game in terms of her normal MPP scoring goals and doing stuff, I still felt she made a difference in terms of the vibes were different of them stepping on the ice.
a hundred
Completely.
percent. Well, she's still very injured. There was like a couple of interviews that were like after the game, like Laura Stacy was like, yeah, she didn't want to like tell everyone how injured she was.
Yeah, and I'm worried that now when she goes back to play for the Victoire, what that will look like for her if she will take a few games off or not. That would be devastating for them as well. But I mean, they
You
have to
and
do.
your Victoire.
I know. Let's kind of go into a few things that happened before the game.
Okay.
First thing that happened was yesterday. Hilary Knight proposed to her girlfriend. I think her name is Brittany Bowe or Bowie. Prior to obviously the gold medal game today, we talked about proposals last
We
episode. So I
sure
want
did.
Rylee what your thoughts on this were, because you were a strong no. But for two people who met at the Olympics and this is kind of like their thing, I feel like this one was okay.
Yeah, I said I would it was like I'm not for it, but I'll let it slide. I was only gonna let that slide. I wasn't gonna let Hilary Knight winning a gold medal slide,
There,
but I was gonna let that slide. The only reason was because they met at the Olympics. That's the only reason.
totally.
But yeah, that's my only I'll let it slide, but
The other thing I wanted to mention, and you and I kind of spoke about this a little bit earlier today, was that very weird. rumor controversy going
Wait,
around.
you need to
Oh,
touch on your comment. She didn't put her knee fully on the ground.
okay. Yeah. Sorry. Let's go.
Sorry, I thought you were going into that. I was letting you take that, but
Well, that could be controversial. You want to really get my thoughts on it. Um, the proposal was very nice. It seems like a very beautiful, simple band, and maybe that's just what kind of girl Britney is. Maybe they're not going to be flashy, flashy jewelry people. That's okay. They're not MPP and Laura Stacy with those big ass earrings that they wear all the time.
no.
There's Thinking about those earrings bother me. I would love to send them a new pair of earrings, but that's just me. Um, they're cute. I just feel like they wear them all the time. Like change it up a little bit. Anyways, yeah. When Hilary proposed, her knee was not fully on the ground. It seemed a little half-assed. Perfect for them, but if my husband did not put his full knee down on the ground and like tear his meniscus, I would have been devastated.
There would have been no thanking Nick for his service.
Would have been a solid no. We'll start there. No, but I mean, it's just something that I touched on because I'm like a little bit of a freak like that, but I'm also very like traditional. Your knee needs to go fully on the ground. There needs to be bouquets and bouquets of flowers. And for other people who are just way more simple than me, I have to accept that not everybody's like me.
Yeah,
Something.
she gave it a lunge, you know?
Thank you. She was stretching before the game. There's nothing wrong with that. She didn't want to like, I guess, tear her meniscus before the big game. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's warranted. I guess I've been put in my place, and I'll just take my opinion and shove it right back up my ass. So don't mind me. But yeah, that was my takeaway from it. But super happy for her. I mean, they both obviously they're both having a good Olympic time, I guess to say.
Hmm.
And for them to get engaged at the Olympics is obviously super special for them. As somebody who has been proposed to, it's very special. Even though I kind of blacked out at mine and I don't really remember much, but I think it was special.
Oh, that's good. Oh.
Now, into more like controversial news, which was I was going to before. This is all alleged. Nothing has been confirmed. I have looked here, there, and everywhere. It's kind of just coming straight from rumors. It's that Daryl Watts and Caroline Harvey broke up because of something that happened in the Olympic Village. There was a TikTok going around from I can't remember who Caroline was with, and in the TikTok, Caroline mentioned that she was single. It was very well known that these two were together prior to the games. Lots on social media. Both social medias have been wiped based on what I've looked at.
Yeah, because when you sent it to me, I went straight to social media.
Straight to social media. And I don't, if I'm honest with you, I don't follow either of these players now. So I wouldn't have really noticed the difference. But this was just based off a TikTok that I saw late last night. And then Rylee got mad at me that I didn't send it to her. But does she forget that she's 3 hours ahead of me?
Yeah, but
So
you
fine.
could have still sent it. So when I was like checking my headset at 3 a.m., I could have looked at some gossip.
There's nothing. Like, even if I had told you then or now, there's still not that much that's around there. That's why I'm saying it's alleged. It seems very weird. Um, but there are a lot of TikToks and like stuff about it. So I'm a little bit confused. But obviously, the biggest part to this is that Daryl Watts obviously plays for Team Canada. Caroline Harvey obviously plays for Team USA. We'll kind of get into more like detail oriented stuff about each period. But they were always on the ice at the same time, always throwing hits on each other. I didn't see anything like super dirty where it was kind of like, I'm hitting you because I fucking hate you type of thing, or you're my ex.
Did you see at the beginning of the game? Okay, I saw like so I saw this and so it's like a close up of Daryl Watts and she's like staring and it looks like she's staring at Caroline Harvey. And
Oh,
like it happened at the beginning of the game and I was like watching it before and I was like, wait, is she looking at Caroline Harvey? And then the camera went to Caroline Harvey and I was like, oh, like or has are the camera is it just like being like random this way? Or was she actually like staring? Like it was kind of funny.
something
The
happened. And then
drama.
right before Rylee and I started recording, this is, and I'll give the credit where credit's due. This is from Betches Sports. And it says, nothing like running into your ex at work and HR can't even separate you because it's literally the Olympic final. And it's just a shot of Caroline Harvey going after Daryl Watts with the puck. And just the caption here is that Caroline Harvey and Daryl Watts of the U.S. and Canadian women's hockey team respectfully broke up during the Olympic Games and are now facing each other in the gold medal game. Everything is heated rivalry.
Seems that way.
Heated rivalry everywhere with those eyes to see. Like it's crazy. Um, I thought that was something that definitely added to the game today. I know that if I was playing against an ex of some sort, probably would throw some hands respectfully. Um, but yeah, I hope everything is okay. I hope nothing crazy went on in the village.
I
I know
hope something crazy went on, and I can't wait to hear about it.
I'm hoping that it will come out at some point of like what happened, and that's
That
just me being, like a gossiper.
that there was, we won't talk about it today, but there was a PWHL like crazy thing that's been like going on TikTok, like drama with like an influencer and a PWHL player. I'll tell you about it after, and we can talk about it next week.
Oh, so who's keeping information from who now?
I think I sent it to you. Did I? I don't know.
Probably not, because I would remember. You don't send me much.
Yeah, because you're always in bed and you're like, I need some time to wake up.
Well, you get up at the ass crack of dawn, and I don't start till 9 o'clock. So excuse me, I'm not one of those girls who gets up at 6 a.m.
So it's literally 6 hours until you like get up from when I get up here, plus 1 hour, so 7 hours. Because I feel like I can't give you much information until 10.
How do you think I felt not sending you this last
Hey, you could send me because
night?
I wake up. It would have
Uh,
been 2 hours before I woke up.
anyways, going back to the topic at hand here. So I don't really, I'm interested to see how this is going to play out later. If anything comes out from it, if that means that, and there's no rumors going around about what it is. No one's saying that someone cheated on each other. No one's saying that they got into an argument. Like, I don't know what this could be from. So I'm super
Someone
interested.
stole the last chocolate lava cake.
It was probably Natalie Spinner. One thing I wanted to touch on before we get into kind of like the game, and Rylee, if you can keep track of the time, I guess, because I know you wanted to
Yeah,
start.
we got 25 minutes.
Perfect. Um, I didn't notice this until today, but they mentioned it on the broadcast as the game was going on. It was the Team Canada slogan, which I really loved, which was her first, your last, our best. So many players on this team, it could have been their last Olympics, and I feel like some of the emotions we saw today were possibly because of that. So many new players to this Olympic team, which is I'm assuming where her first comes from. Um, but I think the biggest part is understanding at some point who's going to be back and who's not.
Hmm.
There are a number of veterans on this team, and I don't know if leaving on a silver is something that they want to do. But let's get into
The
the
game.
game, all the details and the fun stuff. The first period I thought was very, and I'll say this for the whole game. I kind of say this for a lot of games, but it's just generally how I know how to explain it. Very balanced. Everybody
It
was in
was
everybody.
100% balanced. Like at the end of the third period, I think it was 31-31 shots.
Everything was exactly the same.
It was
The shot
within
clock,
two every time.
yeah, it wasn't far off. I felt like they both spent a good amount of time in each team's zones. Um, both goalies were playing unbelievable, but nobody played better than Ann-Renée Desbiens. I
No, they
could
didn't.
not believe the. I mean, she obviously is a very good goalie, but to have seen her step up in this game, and I will say this time and time again, I did not think that Canada was going to show up like this today. That is why I'm redacting what I said last episode. But
She doesn't want to look bad to the whole country.
I apologize to the country. I stand by what I said at the time, though, based on what information I had. Um, but I also think Erin Frankel played an amazing game. She was saving everything. They both were.
The two
There
of them,
wasn't
the two of them kept each team in it. But although all of the teams played, like the teams played great, but like the shots on net, like both of them, like in the beginning of the third, I mean, we shouldn't get into the third yet, but beginning of the third period, Frankel kept the USA in it.
anytime somebody had the puck, it was almost like each team kind of had the same idea. Get the puck and shoot it. Don't do anything else. Just take it to the net and do what you got to do to get it behind. And there were so many moments in the first period where I thought that was going to happen. More so on the US side. I was super nervous going into this game, especially because I had already said what I had said. Um,
I was freaking out. I was stressed. I texted you. I'm like, I have a nervous stomach right now.
I know, and I was like, don't get in my head. Like,
And then
I
I
just,
was like, oh, you're not the person I can tell this to.
no, why would you say that?
Well, because I
Um,
was, and I was about to go work it.
that's a different type of stress. There weren't too many penalties, I would say, compared to a lot of the other Olympic games. Like, there wasn't that many. There was some, but they weren't a
No.
crazy
Well,
amount.
Canada had two power plays and they blew them. They blew them both.
I know, but USA didn't do much with theirs either.
Well, I mean, Canada scored on USA's power play, so
This is true. Yeah, there wasn't much penalty wise. Obviously, first period ended still 0-0, which I was like, okay, I feel good about this now. I feel like now that I saw the first period, I can kind of like see
going
how I feel.
going into the second period, 0-0, yeah, I felt good. I was like, wow, okay, we made it
And,
this far. We can make it
and,
another period.
and then what, 5 minutes into the second period, beautiful goal, Kristin O'Neill, shorthanded.
It was
And
awesome.
the best part about it was obviously her reaction and the way that that team embraced her. I know that when she made this team, that coach, cannot remember his name. I want to say Troy Ryan. Is that
Troy
his name?
Ryan, yeah.
He was very emotional having Kristin O'Neill on this team, and I can't imagine what that moment would have been for the two of them to see her score that goal. But then they panned to her parents.
Yes.
Her parents were losing their minds. Also, her parents were not sitting together, by the way. And
Yeah,
then
so
also,
okay, yeah, because I was trying to figure out if they were like divorced or something, because the mom like went and like was like, come here. Because I was like, why aren't they sitting together? But
yeah, I don't know if that's the case, but it was so cute to see them. You saw her like, oh my God, like holding her hair back, like she didn't know how to react. There were so many other family members, I'm sure, around them just
oh yeah.
losing it. And you heard the entire arena erupt when that happened. And oh, it was so nice to see. And even though like 1-0 is still a very close game, obviously, I think that really lit a fire under their ass.
Oh,
And
it
that
sure
coach
did.
was like, keep your foot on the gas pedal and keep going. Because now we've got this. And I felt very confident in that
I
moment.
yeah.
I didn't. You mentioned this to me earlier. Was it you over text that said something about Laura Stacey that she played an extremely great tournament.
Yeah,
Uh,
I thought this game, Laura Stacey put everything on the ice. Like watching her play and then like all of that. Like she was blocking shots. Like did you see the one right to her wrist?
oh,
Like she was in the way of the puck. So was Emily Clark. Emily Clark was all over it too. But I found Laura Stacey this game because Poulin, I felt like couldn't be her best. I thought Laura Stacey came out and like killed it.
I felt she was playing a bit stressed, actually, because I found, and I wrote this in our notes, like I'll explain what that means. I felt that every call that the refs were making, or anytime she had fallen, and there probably should have been a call on that. She had a reaction, and I feel like she's not super reactive when it comes to stuff like that normally. And maybe that's just me. I don't watch a lot of like I don't notice that as much with her. And maybe I'm wrong, but I just noticed her to be super reactive in this game, and I didn't know if that was because she was stressed, rightfully so, or if it was just because like they should have been calling these, which I don't necessarily disagree with, but I just thought she was playing a bit stressed, and it just felt I don't know. I had a feeling towards it, and I don't know why, but it just felt like she was very like reactive to everything today.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I thought she totally I thought she was the best player on the ice on
But
Canada's side,
and we could
other
also look
than Desbiens.
like right, but we could also look at that too, like how you're looking at it, is that she's playing very confidently, and maybe she feels like that's a way to do that, and
Yeah.
I that. I also find, and I would love to know more of the history on this potentially if there's any. Kayla Barnes and Emma Malte very chippy with each other, and I know that Emma Malte is
Emma Malte?
is a chippy player on a normal day, but I felt like Kayla Barnes had like a little bit something else to it. And I noticed it when there was kind of like a shot on net and they kind of like got chippy behind the net. And I was like, never noticed that before. And it felt like unnecessary a little bit. But I wanted to know if maybe there was some drama there or not. I didn't really get to go into it more and look at it because
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
feel
just
like a bunch of like I watched the game and stuff, but I feel like a bunch of this I missed from like being prepared. Like I watched every part of this game, but I feel like I wasn't well, also I couldn't really hear the commentators.
want probably better.
Hey, they're
They're
good.
they're amazing. No, I'm not saying that in a bad way. Just like it's sometimes I like to listen without so that you can
See, I like to hear, I want to know all the details that are going on.
um we mentioned this before, obviously both players played amazing. I missed where this was if I missed it at all. Did Ambrose get hurt?
Yes, it was
Oh,
terrible.
I noticed it in the third, but I noticed
No, so there was a hit on the boards.
okay,
It was in whatever zone, but it was like by the goalie. It was right into the boards, and then they reviewed it to see if it was going to be a major penalty.
I'm talking about the second. She looked hurt in the second period because they panned to her face and you could tell she was in pain. And they said, "Oh, there's Erin Ambrose. She's definitely in pain, but she's not leaving the bench." So I'm like, "Oh, that's why I put question mark because I wasn't sure."
Oh, now I'm confused.
That's what I'm saying. I'm also
Didn't
confused.
this happen in the second period?
No, that hit happened in the third.
Oh,
Yeah, we can get to that too. Obviously, we both said that this game was very back and forth. But then, of course, I love when these commentators say something totally random that has no relevance to the game at all, which is totally fine because I know that these gold medal games for the men and women, obviously, it's always Canada and US, always have a star-studded event. I'm sure the Kelseys were in the stands as
they
well.
were.
The Virtue was in the stands,
He was.
but also Mr. Tom Brady.
He sure was.
I love that. I hope that we get to a level where we just show up to these things for fun.
I know. Next Winter Olympics, we're gonna be there.
I want a box. Like,
Yeah.
um, second period ends. We're still at 1-0. I don't know how you're feeling. Again, still feeling very confident.
I was going into it confident, but I was nervous because I felt like the US could come out firing.
I felt a bit shaky about it. Um, but I was also like, okay, but I feel like the goalies are playing so well. It's gonna be hard to get one, either another one for Canada or for US to get one.
Yeah.
Um, So I mean, the I found that the U.S. cheers were so loud, and you can hear a classic like USA, USA, but then you could also hear not as loud behind them, like very like a little notch below what they were doing. You can hear Canada, Canada.
And the Canada people were saying get it out.
That's crazy.
Like out of the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I found that I noticed that neutral zone measurement, how short that neutral zone was, more in
a
this
day.
game than in
Yeah,
any other.
definitely.
I kind of forgot about it, honestly.
I,
And
I
then
did
when
too.
I was watching
Because
the game, I was like,
it doesn't look as small as I thought it was gonna be.
no, and maybe it's just the way that it's on camera too. But I
Yeah.
just thought like I forgot that the neutral zone is short. So really to get it out of their end and into another, not really that hard. You
Yeah.
don't have that long to go. Um, like you mentioned, Laura Stacey blocked a shot on her wrist. Looked extremely painful, by the way. She's
Very.
gonna be for a
You
little
could
bit
see
from
the mark on it too when she took her glove off.
ugh,
Yeah, it was like all red and
surprised if that bruised.
probably
Then Emma Malte shoving the puck into Erin Frankel and getting pushed by Layla Edwards. I would just like to state I did not realize how tall Layla Edwards was. So tall. She could
yeah.
eat Emma Malte for breakfast. Like Emma
It's
Malte's short.
literally.
Like I didn't realize how tall she was. And so for her to get pushed, I was like, ooh, that one's gonna hurt too. Like, oh my god, like I'm a short player and I know how it was going up against taller people and like there's
At
that
least
small.
I mean, it doesn't hurt as much because you're not going down as far.
Yeah, but you go down hard.
I guess so.
Um, There was a mid-ice hit on Stacey that was not called, which then led to the hit that you were referring to on Erin Ambrose, which was a 2 minute minor forwarding penalty. She did walk off the ice.
As
Uh,
soon as Erin Ambrose went off the ice, I had a feeling it was gonna. So I like because she's like number 2D, like you have Renata Fast. Whenever Renata Fast was not on the ice, I was concerned because
really?
Renata Fast is the fastest one out there. Yes. Especially if the US were like gonna come back and like take the puck, Renata Fast is on them every single time. This
Okay.
will lead to like the end of the game,
We're
but
going
every
to,
I was texting with another friend because I couldn't text you because so
okay,
Tash.
hold on 1 second. You said to me, sorry, I'm not texting you. It's always bad luck when I text you. But we texted throughout the other Olympic games. That is only for PWHL games.
No, this was for the rivalry series.
Oh, I was just looking at it from like an Olympic standpoint.
No, this was for the I told you I wasn't going to text you during that game.
Oh, I don't.
And I wanted to respond to you because you'd sent two things and I was like, I know the answer, but I was like, I can't. Because I'm like, if I'm the reason why we lose, because I had done all of my superstitious things all day. And I'm like, now if I go and text you so that I couldn't. But so I I had texted with another friend and I said, if we're not when Renata Fast is not on the ice, I am concerned.
I'm panicking. I'm
Because
panicking.
Renata Fast plays the most minutes out of any Team Canada player, always. And on the Scepters. She almost plays full periods.
That's a lot of hockey for one person.
That is, but she's one of the best out there.
I also wanted to mention too that Erin Ambrose's hit was also a few feet away from the boards, which has been a theme during this Olympic tournament.
Oh yeah.
It's really dangerous, people. Like, let's relax. You all now need to go back to your day jobs and your PWHL teams. Let's relax.
Yeah.
Let's relax. I also Poulin had a she was so close, high slot right before saved by Frankel. I thought it was going in. I screamed at my
I
house.
know exactly what shot you're talking about.
I was so upset,
Because I was cheering for it too.
and then right after that,
Hmm.
Willa Edwards scores with 2 minutes left in the
Hilary
third.
Knight scored.
No, it was Layla Edwards. Hilary blocked the shot. Am I wrong?
Yeah, Hilary Knight scored the goal.
No way. I thought it was Layla Edwards.
No, it was Hilary Knight.
Okay, can I? I'm going to make a statement, and it's going to be bold. I think Layla Edwards is going to be the next Hilary Knight.
Yeah.
I think there's a
She's
few.
great. She's great. Caroline Harvey is awesome. Taylor Wynn is also awesome. All of those kids, college kids.
I think they're all going to be very dangerous in upcoming Olympics.
Yeah.
I totally thought it was Layla. My bad.
No. But
They got
yeah.
the assist.
Pardon?
Layla got the assist then.
Yeah, she must have.
Okay. Well, we can again not stat based, so don't come
Yeah,
after
yeah,
her.
yeah, we don't want to do that.
So then here we are, 2 minutes left in the third, and it's 1-1. And I was mad because Nick had walked in from the gym at that point. What's the score? I said, you need to leave. You need to leave. You
Yeah.
said we're not coming home from the gym until the game was over. And guess what? Game's not over. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't want eggs. So let me go into overtime.
Okay, let me talk here about okay, I was shocked we went to an 18-minute
Three on three.
intermission. No, an intermission. We had 18 minutes
Oh,
in the intermission. That shocked me. But then yeah, going into 3-on-3, I knew as soon as I was told that it was going to be a 3-on-3 that Canada wasn't winning. Because then you go into a completely different game. And then you have all those kids with all that little their little skills, their little maneuvers, and you're playing 3-on-3. I knew that.
that was tough. And of course,
Um,
I don't know what time it was that this puck even went in because I was so mad.
I remember looking at the ice and I knew I saw Renata Fast go off. This is where I'll be back to like my I hate it when Renata Fast isn't on the ice. Another player, Claire Thompson, was the next D. Claire Thompson was chasing Taylor Heisey had the puck, shot it up. Whoever Megan Keller, I remember because she's got a scary name.
She just
And then Claire Thompson was chasing her back, but no one has the speed like Renata Fast. And I was videotaping my reaction because I was making a vlog, and I knew it. I was like, oh my God, this is it. And it was.
and it just trickled past
It
Anne-Renée.
did.
I could not believe that it went in. You could tell instantly. I'll say this. I am very happy for Hilary Knight to end on a gold medal. The USA coach was brought to tears, and I think because there was a very good possibility that it was not going to end this way.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I mean, I think both teams have huge transition periods coming now where they're going to lose a lot of vets who have been on these teams for the last 4 or 5 Olympics. Um, but strictly because Hilary Knight left, I'm very happy that she ended on a gold. I was concerned that if Canada did win gold, that MPP would not be back. And I think
Yeah, I can totally see that. Yeah.
that time, I think she owes it to herself to do that one more time, and whatever happens next happens. But
She must.
I think she can do it.
She must do it for us. Yeah. Should we go into this medal ceremony? Because I have a problem with it.
Man, but just mind the time.
Yeah, I got the time. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left.
You go, girl. I'll let you take it from here.
Okay, so we're going through the medal ceremony. They do the Swiss team. I don't know many players on the Swiss team. I know
Happy for
Elena
Swiss.
Mueller.
They had a great tournament.
Yeah,
They had a great tournament.
we get to Canada. The guy's starting to announce names. I can already hear the names aren't going well. Like he's having a problem announcing the name. Then we get to Laura Stacey. They're all lined up in number order. Laura Stacey's number 7. Laura Stacey gets her medal, and he says, "And here's Renata Fast." Laura Stacey's face, like she took it very well. She took it well. She smiled.
Would
I
not
think
be.
she was well. And then they have one player in between. Who do they have in between? Um, my notes didn't transfer from my phone. They had someone in between them, and then it was Renata Fast. So it wasn't even like he skipped like one name. He skipped 2 names. Then you get to Ellis Shelton. I have this on video in studio. I took a video of it, and I was like losing my mind about it. And then you get to the next Ellis Shelton. He said the wrong name for Ellis Shelton. It was just like this is a medal ceremony. What are you doing?
Pushing the knife in and twisting it at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then there was also a funny meme that I saw being like, it was a video of the Canadian players getting like the stuffed animals. They were like, nobody wants your fucking stuffed animals right now. Like, do you really think that's gonna help us right
Well, because most of them have the stuffed animals anyways in their beds if you see all their content that they put out.
now?
But I did shed a tear at the end of the game.
Rylee is copping to the fact that she actually cried, and she is very upset about this game. I think I like
I don't know if you can see my puffy, like my everything is taken out of me from this game. Like my eyes are like puffy, like I can barely open them right now. I'm exhausted. I'm so sad. I feel like there's no point in the Olympics anymore. Like
not
I
through.
got 3 more days to go work, and I'm just like I'm so upset about it. I was because I think the game was so close, and it was like at our
They
fingertips.
And like I said, I think for me, the whole part to this is that they showed up to play way more than I thought they were going to. Everybody still had a great game. Everybody's going to learn something from this Olympics and try and make this team better.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that they can do from here. A lot of rookies on this team, the vets kind of took over, and someone made a good point too when I was listening to the broadcast is that the the USA team was known for the I think victory.
Yeah, I didn't get one last time, but I wanted one this time.
Oh, sorry. The USA team was known to have these like amazing university and college team players. Plus, with the mix of PWHL, they were dangerous. But it was the veterans who put the puck in the back of the net. Like you
Yeah.
said, Megan Keller scares the shit out of me. Something about her just scares me. And there was actually a blanket in the stands that said "In Keller We Trust," which is so funny.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I have mixed emotions because I can understand very upsetting for Canada, but on the other hand, I'm not super upset for USA, and I thought it was a great tournament for both teams. I thought they all had ups and downs. I mean, everybody was injured and sick, and there was lots going on. I would say there was more drama here than there was at any COVID Olympics that we had, but
Yeah, that's for sure. But on that note, we have less than a minute left. So,
this is a quick one. We're back in studio next episode. We're so
yes, we
excited.
are.
We are hoping to see you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoyed our Olympic recap, and please follow us at Benchwarming Beauties everywhere. Follow Rylee on her 800 account.
Follow Tash on hers.
We'll just go from there. Thank you guys so
Woo.
much. High five.
Is it, are we high-fiving today?